What is the fastest car from every car company? Today we're gonna find out. We're looking at 100 car companies to find out which one of their cars is the fastest, starting with Hummer. Jeremiah, what do you think the top speed of the new Hummer is?
149.
Zach?
155.
106.
106?
Yeah, it's 1,000 horsepower.
Dude, this thing goes 106. Let's go, baby.
Truly shocking. And we've got a lot more cars. I'm James. Welcome to Donut.
Okay, so there's some funny stuff coming up in the video. But if you're watching this outside, what are you doing? It's too bright to see anything, unless you're protecting those peepers with today's amazing sponsor, Warby Parker. Thanks to Warby Parker, you'll find everything you need for happier eyes. Eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, even eye exams. And you can shop online or in store. Personally, I recommend giving Warby Parker's free home try-on program a shot. You just order the 5 pairs you like and try them on at home for free. Last time I asked you guys which eyeglasses look best on me, and this time I want you to tell me which pair of sunglasses I should keep. These guys are probably a little small for my head. I don't know. Yeah? I think I have some actually like this. What do you think, huh? I like these, yeah. Please be honest. The best part is there's no obligation to buy, and Warby Parker ships them with a prepaid return shipping label included. All glasses start at $95, and yes, that includes prescription lenses. Try 5 pairs of sunglasses at home for free today by going to warbyparker.com/donut, or just click the link below.
Okay, so just for a little bit of context, the DeLorean DMC-12, that's the time machine one, famously one of the slowest cars ever, maxed out at 109 miles per hour. That is faster than a 1,000 horsepower Hummer, but it's because of a little thing we like to call speed governors. Governor? The Hummer weighs 9,000 pounds and the tires could explode at high speeds, so that pesky governor won't let you drive it any faster. For that same reason, a lot of cars on this list have electronically limited speeds, including the Rivian R1T, which tops out at a minuscule 111. Our next fastest car is the Oldsmobile 442. Does it go 442 miles an hour? No, it doesn't. It goes a measly 115. Plymouth's fastest car was the Hemi Cuda, 117 miles per hour. Next is the Ram TRX, the frickin' Hellcat truck. How fast does that go, James? I don't know, maybe 118? Again, the speed limiter absolutely neuters this truck's 700 horsepower because it's a big old fat boy and they don't want its feet to blow up when you're driving it. We're done with the heavy boys for now. Our next vehicle comes from a little place that I like to call India. The Mahindra XUV 700, 122 miles per hour. From Romania, we got the Dacia Duster TCE, 124 miles per hour. I just want to go ahead and say that I don't know how to exactly pronounce some of these words. So if you would be so kind to be mean to me in the comments and make fun of me for not being able to say them. I'm from Kentucky. Up next is a 30-year-old pickup truck by the name of the Cyclone with an S. It's GMC's fastest vehicle ever with a top speed of 124. It might not be quicker off the line, but this old pickup can smoke a freaking Hellcat truck if we're talking about going as fast as it can. Next fastest company is Fisker. You guys remember them? Their flagship car, the Fisker Karma. Justin Bieber has one, and it maxed out at 125 miles per hour. Now, not to be confused with the Fisker Karma is the Karma Revero GT, but it doesn't matter if you confuse them because its top speed is 125 as well. Polestar, Swedish Chinese EV company, has a car called the 2. It also goes 125 miles per hour. You guys remember Isuzu? They made a car called the Piazza Turbo. No, I'm not talking about Nolan in New York. Top speed, 130 miles per hour. Suzuki, no, it's not just a piano company. They made cars too. And the 2014 Kizashi went 134 miles per hour. Next up, KTM Crossbow GTX, 135. This next one's a good one. Ooh, one of my favorite cars ever. If you ask me what kind of car I want, I'd be hard pressed to say something else. I'll talk about the Lancia Delta Integrale Evoluzione 2. One of the sickest rally cars ever built. Frickin' love them. Top speed, About the same as a Volkswagen GTI 137. And you know what else goes 137? Bet you didn't see this one coming. A Smart 4.4 Brabus edition. Now it turns out if you want to get a Lancia Delta Integrale Evo 2, you don't need to, because you can just get a smart car. This is one of the worst cars I've ever driven. Next is a Barth with a 695 Biposto, which means 2 mailmen. It goes 143 miles per hour. Scion's fastest car is the FRS, also 143, but Mercury saw what Scion was doing with the FRS and they were like, no way, dude. We need to be faster than that thing. So they dropped the 1969 Cougar Eliminator, 144 miles per hour. Your move, Scion. Not to be outdone by a 50-year-old pony car, Citroen released the C5 V6 DDI bi-turbo FAP. You guys know what that means. 149 miles per hour. Next up is Genesis. Is it a Hyundai? I don't know. I didn't Google it, but I do know the 2014 Genesis 5.0 R-Spec goes 149 miles per hour. Meanwhile, over in France, the Renault R16 Clio hits a top speed of 149 miles per hour, tying Citroen and Genesis. And that brings us to a very interesting speed, 155 miles per hour. All right, so it's a little history lesson for you guys. A long time ago, there were concerns about safety on the Autobahn because cars kept getting faster, okay? So a bunch of car companies got together and formed a little gentleman's agreement to limit the top speed of all their new cars. The completely reasonable speed that they landed on, which I think we can all agree is totally safe and a normal top speed for all cars, was 155 miles per hour. You get a little fender bender at 155, you're walking home for lunch. 156 on the other hand, you're spaghetti on the ground. Ew, yuck, pumpkin guts. 155 miles per hour is the top speed for a bunch of cars, all right? Rolls-Royce Wraith, Chrysler Crossfire SRT6, Holden HSV GTSR W1. Really, guys? Caterham 7, Hyundai Veloster N, Lincoln MKZ Reserve. That's a gentleman's Lincoln. Mini Clubman John Cooper Works, Peugeot 508 PSE, Saab 95 Sportwagon, Seat Leon Cooper R, Skoda Octavia, Volvo V60 T6, Vauxhall VXR8, GTSR. The 2021 Toyota Supra, as driven by my friend Dakota from Pittman Industries. All 155 miles per hour. But here's the thing. All gentlemen's agreements are meant to be broken because gentlemen love to break agreements. You think Supras are cool? Well, think again, because you're dead wrong, because they're slower than a Fiat Coupe 2.0 16-valve turbo. That goes 157 miles per hour. Subaru WRX STI 158, Mazda RX-7, Sprint R 159, Infiniti Q50 Red Sport 400, 160 miles per hour. Buick, yes, Buick. Faster than every car on this list so far, the 2012 Buick Regal GS, 162 miles per hour. Next up, and I don't know if this is a real car company, but Rezvani, they have a car called the Beast. It goes 165. That's also as fast as one of the best cars of all time. I'm talking the Shelby Cobra, 165 miles per hour. Can you imagine going 165 miles per hour in a Shelby Cobra? Donkervert D8 GTO Performance. This Dutch company was founded by a guy named Joop Donkervoort, which sounds made up, and the D8 GTO goes 167 miles per hour thanks to a turbocharged Audi 5-cylinder. Big fan of those. Kia Stinger GT 167, Lucid Air Grand Touring 168, Volkswagen Golf R 168. Imagine going 168 miles per hour in a Volkswagen Golf. That's insane. But apparently, a bunch of other car companies felt the need to sell even faster cars. Why? I don't know. Honda Civic Type R, 169, nice, miles per hour. We're all super stoked about the new Type R. If you haven't already seen Nolan's video about it, I'll put a link in the description. Ariel Atom V8, 170 miles per hour. BAC Mono R, 170 miles per hour. Morgan Aero 8 Super Sport, 170 miles per hour. Maybach 57S, 171 miles per hour. De Tomaso Pantera GT5S, A car from the 70s that Elvis had. 174 miles per hour. Scary, especially when the king of burning love is behind the wheel. Next up is Pontiac. I thought their fastest car was the Aztec R, but it's actually the 2006 GTO. 175 miles per hour. Shouts to Emily Reeves. Somehow Land Rover makes an even faster car, but it's not a car, it's an SUV, which some might call a truck. The Range Rover Sport SVR, 176 miles per hour. Makes total sense. If you're the Queen of England, you got places to be. Not, she doesn't. She lives at her office. Opel. They got a car called the Lotus Omega, AKA the Lotus Carlton. Thing goes 177 miles per hour. What is that? Hello? Mom? I'm at work. What? Oh. My mom says it's
Jeep time, baby.
and they got a car called the Trackhawk. It goes 180. Mitsubishi. No, they're not just a piano company. Lancer Evolution 10 FQ440MR. 186 miles per frickin' hour. BMW M5 CS. Beautiful car. 190. Mosler, I barely even know her. They got a car called the MT900S though. That goes 190 miles an hour. Acura's fastest car, despite common belief, is not the 1992 Vigor. It's actually the 2017 NSX with a top speed of 191. The Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, also 191 miles per hour. Chevrolet, old Chevy, good old Chevy Chase. Couldn't be anything else but a Corvette, all right? A new one. The C8 Z06, a car that I think is already very dated looking, goes 194 miles per hour. Lotus Evora GT 430 Sport, 196. And now we are entering the 200 miles per hour territory. And you know what you need to go 200 miles per hour? Mo Power, baby! That's right. And to commemorate that, we made this shirt. It's got an eagle on it. He's wearing sunglasses. Don't tell me that this should be backwards because he's looking at a mural that is backwards. Thank you. Available at donutmedia.com. You know what? We're just a shirt company now. And we make videos to promote them. Deal with it. All right, 200 miles per. These completely stock production cars with no modifications at all, will go at least 200 miles per hour. First car we'll talk about in the 200 Club is obviously Cadillac. The CT5 V Blackwing has a supercharged 6.2 liter LTV from a Corvette Z06, but apparently it'll outrun the Z06 by 6 miles per hour. But you know what's faster than Cadillac? A little company that I like to call Dodge. I got that tattoo as a joke. But when you go to like a hotel and you're at the pool, none of the fancy people know it's a joke. You just look like a big redneck. The Charger SRT Hellcat Red Eye wide body has a top speed of 203 miles per hour. That's the same top speed as a Lexus LFA Nürburgring Performance Edition for a fraction of the price. And that's perhaps the first supercar on this list, depending on how you define a supercar. I think all these cars are super duper. The Audi R8 V10 is also super duper, and it can do 204 miles per hour. Alpina, which is technically a real car company with their own VINs, makes a car called the B5, which is basically a tuned BMW 5 Series, but it's technically an Alpina because they have their own VIN numbers, and it goes technically 205 miles per hour. Okay. Maserati MC12 Stradale 205. Bentley Continental Super Sport, my new car, 209 miles per hour. TVR T440R 211. Let me do it now. I love 211. Jaguar XJ 220, 213 miles per hour. Tesla Model S Plaid 216. And now, a big one, Ford. Which car is Ford's fastest car? Is it the Mustang? Is it the Probe? For sure it's the Windstar. Think again, Jack. It's a dark horse. 2017 Ford GT goes 216 miles per hour, making it Ford's fastest car ever. Up next, Ferrari. Ford versus Ferrari, one of the most legendary rivalries in motorsport. Will Ferrari tie with Ford's top speed, or will they blow it out of the water, making it look like an idiot at a pool party that gets blown out of the water? Well, the Ferrari LaFerrari, this 950 horsepower hypercar, has a top speed of 200 and 17 miles per hour. Just beating out Ford by 1 mile per hour. But Ferrari ain't the fastest little pony in town. No. Mercedes SLR McLaren Sterling Moss, 220 miles per hour. And that thing doesn't even have a windshield. Get a helmet! Or a Jason mask. What's that? Oh, my mom is discording me on our family Discord. Oh, she says Nissan has entered the chat with the R390 GT1. I know that this looks like a race car, but it's a homologation special that they actually sold to real rich guys to really drive on the road. It came with a mid-mounted twin-turbo V8 that set this Nissan to 220 miles per hour. Now, if you're a geography nerd like I am, you're already thinking what I'm thinking. You can drive from Los Angeles to Fresno in an hour. That's right, baby. Umi Sushi in 60 minutes. Now, 220 is pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie. But it's not as fast as the Lamborghini Machine Veneno. It goes 221. Noble M600, 225. Brabus E V12 Black Baron. I don't know. Some kind of pilot. Now, kind of like Alpina, this is basically just a Mercedes E-Class, but with over 1,000 horsepower, okay? So it's different, all right? The Black Baron can hit 230 miles per hour. This is probably the car I would like to drive at speed the most. But it's not as fast as our next car, because that's how this list works. Porsche, the P-Car 919 Evo Hybrid. Now, this ain't your mom's Prius, all right? Even though it's a hybrid. It goes 230 miles per hour. Does your mom go 230? Up next is the Zenvo TS1 GT, 233 miles per hour. Pagani Huayra R, 238 miles per hour. Aston Martin Valkyrie 250, 250 miles per hour. That's what it's named after. Guys, we're at 250 miles per hour. 250, 250 miles per hour. Why do you need to go that fast? I don't know. Nobody does. But we keep doing it, and there's still 8 cars left on this list. McLaren Speedtail. I got 2 of them, and they go 250 miles per hour. Callaway? No, not the golf club company, Zach and Jeremiah. Talking about the tuning company from America. In 1988, 35 years ago. Really? Old. 35 years ago, they made a tuned up Corvette called, y'all ready for this? The Sledgehammer! The Sledgehammer! The Sledgehammer! And it went 254.76 miles per hour. When you get this fast, the decimals count. Okay? Rimac, their fastest car is the Navara, named after the multi-national championship winning stars of cheer, Navara. And your Navara gonna believe how fast this car goes, 258 miles per hour. Speaking of cheerleaders, Gordon Murray, the designer of the McLaren F1, apparently he's a fan of naming car companies after yourself because he used to work for one and now he has his own and it's called Gordon Murray. Bruce McLaren just named it McLaren. He's like, I'll do you one better, mate. How about my first name too? Gordon Murray. And Gordon Murray's makes a car called the T.50, which goes 277 miles per hour. Good job, Gordon. Next, we got the SSC North America, which stands for Shelby Supercars North America. And no, it's not Carroll Shelby's car company. It's Jared Shelby's car company. Are they related?
Not that I could.
We Googled it. We can't tell if they're related. Jared, if you're not, kind of misleading. Their car, the Twatera, It's a freaking mind-blowing 295 miles per hour. And that brings us to the top 3 cars on this list. These vehicles all hit over 300 miles per hour. Now, I don't know how or why anyone would need to go this fast, but these companies all get there with production cars. And I tell you what, it is a goal in my life to go over 300 miles per hour. So if you can help facilitate that in any way, I will send you a free shirt. All right, number 3, the Bugatti Chiron Chiron Super Sport 300 plus. It's named that because when you go 300 plus miles per hour, you might as well name the car 300 plus. That's why I'm gonna name my son 400 plus, because he's gonna bench 400 plus pounds or he's gonna die trying. This ridiculously exclusive Bugatti goes 300 plus 4 miles per hour. For my math boys in the audience, you know that's 304 miles per hour. But guess what? It's not the fastest. Number 2, Hennessy Venom F5. Sounds like the name of a jet. Good old John Hennessy doesn't just make a living tuning Escalades and selling people's Viper parts. He's also producing his own supercar, allegedly, and has a claimed top speed of 311 miles per hour. It's 311. Guys, my favorite band ever isn't the record for fastest production car. All right? There is a car company that has made the fastest car of any car company. I mean, that's how things work. Of course, there's a fastest one. And that company is Koenigsegg. And that car is the Jesko Absolute. It has a 5.1 liter twin turbocharged V8 that puts out 1,600 horsepower on E85. It also has the world's lightest V8 crankshaft, along with a bunch of other technological innovations. Christian von Koenigsegg, how do I put this lightly, is a bald speed psycho. And he continually succeeds in making the fastest production cars in the world. The Jesko Absolute goes 330 miles per hour. Why? Because that's what Mavericks do. If I missed your favorite car company, let me know down in the comments. I'm sure there's a lot of angry Saturn fans. Maybe they should have made a faster car. Well guys, Jimmy just stopped by and that means one thing. It's time for our Donut Underground members car of the week. And we have a special one for you. This is Datsmo Racer. Cute name. New to the server, Datsun Hoarder, currently working on their Datsun 810 Kaido Racer inspired build. I gotta tell you, this thing is cool. It's not often that you see like a Bosozoku Kaido type car that's as, I'd say it's extreme and subdued. I really like it. We're gonna send you some free stuff. If you wanna learn more about the Donut Underground, it's our membership program. You get a lot of cool perks and access to our Discord, and you get to know what videos we're gonna make before anyone else, and you get asked cool questions and polls and stuff. Stickers. Hit that join button to learn more about it. Hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, support our sponsors because we couldn't make videos without them. Buy a shirt, that helps us make videos too. Go pick up a camera and hang out with your friends. Pick up a wrench, work on the car. It's fun. Bye guys.